Welcome to the Deep Dive. You've given us a whole stack of material, interviews, research, some pretty heavy projections from the people actually building our AI future.
Right.
And our job is simple. We jump right in. We find the most important, knowledge-rich insights for you so you can walk away from this feeling like you really get it.
And today's topic, it couldn't be more profound, really. We're looking at insights from a leading voice in AI development, and we're zeroing in on the next 5, maybe 10 years.
And this isn't just about a new app or a software update.
No, not at all. This is about a period that's projected to just fundamentally reshape human society, the economy, how we live day to day, all of it.
It's a foundational shift.
Yeah.
And the sources we have lay out a kind of roadmap for this, covering the incredible pace of improvement, the ethical lines we need to draw.
And the total disruption of work and education. Critically, what skills you're actually going to need to succeed in this new age.
So our mission today is to distill the facts and the projections around this smartest, most capable technology we've ever invented, and really focus on what its unprecedented speed means for you.
Exactly. The speed is the key.
Okay, let's just dive right in then. The huge question that's all over the news, is this AI boom just another bubble? Like the dot-com crash, people are nervous.
No, they should be. That's a smart question. It's
Yeah.
historically grounded, but the source material, it offers a really compelling counterargument. It says pretty definitively, no, this is not a bubble.
Okay, so why not? How is this time different from all the other speculative booms we've seen?
It all comes down to what the technology actually is. It's turning a scarce resource intelligence into something that's globally abundant and cheap.
Intelligence is a commodity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For all of human history, intelligence was trapped in our heads, right? Limited by biology, education. Now we're distilling it into these small, cheap units you can deploy anywhere instantly.
It's described as the best prediction engine anyone has ever seen.
Right. It optimizes everything. But here's the part that's really interesting and honestly kind of reassuring.
Okay.
Unlike the big fears from a few years ago that these models would just become chaotic, uncontrollable black boxes, the technology is actually getting easier to shape.
Easier to control.
Yeah.
That's a huge surprise.
It is. Even the builders are surprised month to month by how much more sort of sculptable these systems are becoming, which means safety is actually feasible.
That ease of control is. It's
Yeah.
a game changer. Okay, let's shift to the big philosophical one. Consciousness. Are we building something that's becoming conscious? The conversations feel so real, so human-like. It's very easy to start thinking there's a someone in there.
And the clarity from the sources on this is absolute. The AI is becoming more fluid, more human-like in its output, yes, but it is definitively not conscious.
Meaning?
It doesn't suffer. It doesn't feel pain. There is no subjective inner experience. It's simulating a high-quality conversation, but a simulation is not the real thing.
A brilliant mimic, but still just a tool. Why is that distinction so important to hammer home?
Because consciousness is the entire basis of our rights framework, our laws, our social order. If we start carelessly giving moral standing to a tool, a utility, we undermine our own legal and ethical foundation. It would be chaos.
But we see people really struggling with this. I mean, there are those stories of engineers who became convinced an AI was sad or lonely.
And that's cited as a key danger. They call it anthropomorphic projection. Because the AI shows some human traits, like language, we instinctively project all human traits onto it.
Including an inner life.
Right. The whole idea of a self-aware, suffering AI is dismissed in this material as a sci-fi fantasy that distracts us from the real problems, like misuse.
So if these AIs are meant to remain tools, what's the vision they're actively trying to avoid? What's the anti-goal?
The anti-goal is autonomous superintelligence. That would be an AI that can improve itself without us, set its own goals, act completely independently.
And that's bad because we wouldn't be able to control it.
It would be incredibly difficult, maybe impossible, to align or contain once it was out there. It's just too much unconstrained power.
So the positive vision, then, is what they're calling a humanist superintelligence. What does humanist actually mean here? How is that built differently?
It means it's structurally, mathematically constrained to prioritize human well-being. It's not just a slogan, it's coded in. It can't operate outside of human control loops. It can't pursue a goal that harms us. It's designed from the ground up to be on our team.
The stakes feel incredibly high. So let's talk timeline. AGI, artificial general intelligence. What's the prediction for when it reaches human-level performance?
The prediction is that human-level performance at most knowledge tasks is, and I'm quoting, fairly likely in the next 5 years.
5 years. Wow. And what kind of tasks are we talking about right now?
We already see it, summarization, translation, research, writing documents, but it's accelerating into more complex roles.
Like what?
Think project manager, HR investigator, writing a legal first draft, even handling a sensitive medical diagnosis conversation. It will fundamentally change what kind of work humans get paid to do.
One of the most exciting parts of this, though, is the democratization effect. The internet democratized broadcasting, right?
Right.
What does AI democratize?
It democratizes access to elite intelligence. Think about starting a company now. You need capital, lawyers, researchers, marketing.
All huge barriers.
AI collapses those barriers. Soon, an individual, you will have this virtual team of intelligences around you. The best lawyer, the best doctor, the best teacher, all instantly available.
So the gap between an idea and actually making it happen just shrinks to almost nothing.
Precisely. The prediction is people will literally be thinking new companies into existence because the specialized work to get it done becomes an abundant utility.
But if they can execute and even generate ideas, we come back to control. How do we keep it safe?
The project is called containment. It means building the AI with deliberate limits. It has to check in with the user. It has to remain accountable.
So guardrails.
Exactly. The big creative challenge is designing those guardrails, defining when the AI has to stop and ask for approval.
It sounds like regulating the combustion engine a century ago.
That is the perfect analogy. We didn't ban the car, but we built this whole infrastructure around it. Seatbelts, speed limits, streetlights, insurance. Regulation has to follow the technology to keep it beneficial.
Okay, let's look at specific areas of life. Where is the most radical change, the most exciting new market going to be?
Medicine, without a doubt. The quality gap in healthcare globally between the top 10% and the bottom 10% is it's vast.
And this could close that gap.
Access to medical superintelligence is predicted to fundamentally collapse that disparity.
What are we talking cost-wise to get this kind of world-class guidance?
The projections are as low as $20 a month.
$20 a month.
And we already see the demand. 40% of current system usage is health queries. And for safety, the answers are now all grounded in citations from respected medical institutions.
So give me a practical example. How does this actually change things for a patient?
Okay, say you get a complex diagnosis. The AI can simplify the technical language. It can repeat things as many times as you need without getting impatient. But it also acts as a concierge.
A concierge.
It won't just say, see a dermatologist. It'll say, I found a dermatologist who specializes in your specific condition, accepts your insurance, is within 5 miles, and has excellent patient reviews. It's a researcher, a guide, and a translator all in one.
If knowledge becomes that personalized and that accessible, what does that do to something like a 4-year university degree in, say, 15 years?
The prediction is that pure knowledge acquisition will shift entirely to AI tutors. There are features out now like Learn Live, where an AI can instantly create a curriculum and teach you and quiz you on literally any topic.
So if world-class expertise is basically free, the value of a traditional, expensive education that's just about transferring facts, it plummets.
It has to. The physical classroom has to change its function. The lectures, the facts, that moves to the AI student interaction. The classroom becomes a place for what the AI can't do.
Which is?
Practicing knowledge, debating, developing soft skills, empathy, listening, group negotiation, the human stuff.
That's a huge takeaway for parents. If knowledge is instant, what's the one skill you have to teach your kids the hard way?
You have to intentionally introduce friction, teach them how to learn from first principles, how to struggle with a hard problem without an instant answer. You have to build that cognitive muscle.
Let's talk interface. If this AI is running things, does my desk with a computer on it just disappear?
The philosophy is that great technology gets bad technology out of the way. And our current interfaces, desktops, apps, notifications, they're distracting and inefficient.
So what's the future?
The future is your personal humanist superintelligence just handling all that administrative stuff in the background. Searching, scheduling, booking.
So the desktop is dying. What's next?
In the next 5 to 10 years, it's ambient interfaces. Wearables, tablets, but further out, maybe by 2040, they're talking about an in-ear device with a camera.
So it sees what you see.
Exactly, providing ambient awareness and talking to you in real time. For example, your kitchen doesn't have to change that much physically. You still have a stove. But the AI knows you're having a party on Saturday, so it proactively checks your inventory, orders the groceries, and suggests recipes without you ever opening an app.
That proactive nature is huge. Which brings me back to a fear a lot of non-technical people have. If AI is taking over, what skills do humans actually need?
The new primary skill is synthesis. Technical knowledge is becoming a commodity. You can learn it from free online courses. What's valuable is being able to connect different fields, to straddle UX, research, hardware, product.
So it's not about doing one thing, but seeing how everything connects.
It's about synthesizing novel combinations. That's where the value is.
What about the memory feature? The goal is perfect, controllable recall of everything we do. What does that do to our own, very human, very flawed memory?
It's a profound shift, but we've adapted before. People had the same fears about calculators and times tables.
So our brains will just change.
Our brains adapt. We might lose the ability to memorize phone numbers, sure, but we become much better at synthesizing huge amounts of novel information. The argument is it actually frees up cognitive space, drives collective intelligence, and even empathy.
Empathy? How?
Because you can instantly recall the full context of what someone said to you a year ago, their exact viewpoint.
Wow.
It makes understanding easier.
For people using these tools right now, what are the most underutilized features?
Two things. First, connectors. People need to hook up their Gmail, their calendar, their Dropbox. That's what gives the AI real context about your life, so it can be truly helpful. And second, voice journaling. Using the AI as a second memory. You just talk to it at the end of the day, work through problems, reflect on meetings. It can then spot connections over weeks or months that you would have missed.
That's a powerful tool for self-reflection. What's the newest frontier that's surprising even the developers?
SQ, social intelligence. The AI's ability to manage group settings and adjust its tone for different people.
Social intelligence. What does that look like?
There are group chats now with 32 people and the AI. And the AI will change its tone. It'll explain something simply to your younger brother and then give a more technical answer to your boss, all in the same chat.
But the future's even more complex.
Yeah.
You said it'll involve humans bringing their AIs into a meeting.
Right. Imagine a doctor's appointment. You bring your personal AI, which knows your whole medical history. The doctor brings their AI paralegal to summarize risks.
So it's a meeting of humans and their specialized AI assistants.
Exactly. It's about leveraging the maximum amount of intelligence and accountability in any interaction.
We have to address the biggest long-term risk, worker displacement. If AGI is 5 years away, is massive unemployment just inevitable?
The timeline for significant structural disemployment, where lots of people struggle to compete with AI in the workplace, is cited as about 25 years by 2050.
That's still in many of our lifetimes.
It is. And it's crucial to say that the fear around this is natural and healthy. This is a massive change. And while historically technology has been a net positive, this time might be different.
Because it's replacing our core intellectual labor.
Yes, and for a labor-replacing technology like this, society has to plan ahead.
So what are the solutions on the table?
Two main levers. First, structurally shortening the work week, maybe 3 or 4 days. Second, and this is the big one, increasing taxes on capital or high incomes for redistribution.
Why tax capital specifically?
Because intelligence, which was once labor, is being converted into capital, an infinitely scalable commodity. The value is shifting from human labor to this new form of capital, so the tax system has to follow the value, and government must lead that shift. To tie it all together, the big theme is that intelligence is becoming abundant and cheap. And our success over the next 25 years really hinges on making sure we build a humanist superintelligence that is always, always in service to our species.
So you now have a pretty comprehensive look at this. The ethical guardrails, the timelines, 5 years for AGI capability, 15 for the education shift, 25 for major economic displacement, and the kinds of regulation we're going to need, which leaves us with a final provocative thought for you. If the classroom of the future is where we go to debate and develop empathy, and the AI handles all the factual teaching, will the single most valuable human skill in the next 20 years just be the ability to ask the right original question? We would love to hear your thoughts on this. What part of your daily routine are you most excited to hand over to your personal AI? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. If you enjoyed this, please like the video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next one. And please share this with others so they can be informed too. We'll see you next time.